Yep.
It's red over there. Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah. You hear me?
What up, world? Welcome to another episode of
Yeah.
RMT. That's Real Man Talk. It's your boy, Stan Man. And I got a special guest with me today. If y'all don't know, man, the man behind the scenes that coming up with some of the topics for RMT, some of the material for RMT, man. I want to welcome one of my best friends, my guy, ODB.
Yo, Stan the man. What's good with you, brother?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. You doing all right?
Yeah. I'm good, man. I'm good for sure.
Oh yeah.
It's been a minute since I got on with you. I said, let me hop on there with you, my brother. Let me get on there and see what's good.
Yes, sir. And I'm glad you did, man. We finna go ahead and get into it real quick. First off, I want to appreciate everyone for tuning in and taking out part of your day to come here. And so, without further notice, let's go ahead and get into it. The topic we want to talk about today is you haven't lost enough. Yeah, you haven't lost enough.
Yeah.
You know, and I
Mm-hmm.
think, when we talk about you haven't lost enough, a lot of people don't appreciate the situation that they're in because they haven't lost enough.
Mm.
You think that
Right.
everything that you have, everything that you have done, it's all about you. It's all on you and it's all about you. And one thing that you haven't realized is that
Yeah.
once you get put into a predicament, when you lose the things that you thought that you put together, when you lose the people that you don't appreciate, once you lose that, then you can understand how, how much they mean to you and how much life, this thing called life, mean to you. So, man, before I get into it, ODB, I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
you in, man, because this is your subject, man, and I want you to go ahead and bless the people, man. You haven't been
Oh
here in a
yeah.
while, so I need you to cut up now.
Okay, I got you, bro. Yeah, we was talking about that, man, and you had said something to me. And you was like, man, people don't appreciate stuff, you know what I'm saying, until it's gone sometime. And I was like, bro, that's because they ain't lost enough, bro. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's people, whether that's material things, whether that's money, they ain't lost enough. You know, some people will
Mm-hmm.
have it good, so good for so long, you get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You get comfortable and think, oh, I got it good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is coming in, and these people here, they loving on me and they doing for me. You know what I'm saying? Or like you mentioned, sometimes people will get to complaining, like, oh well, he ain't doing this, he ain't doing this, and he ain't doing that. And then you be like, you get so comfortable, I think you lose that appreciation within the comfort. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I'm
Yeah,
comfortable
yeah.
now. I got him or I got her. So that that
Mm-hmm.
that that comfort brings that appreciation value down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro,
Hey.
you had made me think about that when you said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like one thing I'll just point to is like, is very easy for us not to appreciate like the job that we at. Like you can want more. Like I want more than the
Mm-hmm.
job that I had in high
Right,
school. You see what I'm saying? And so the job that I had before I
right,
had kids, I probably wanted a better job, from that point. But it's the point when we don't appreciate that moment, when we don't appreciate those moments
right,
of when we on
right.
top or when we doing good, when everything is going
Mm-hmm.
right, when we not appreciative and just live within that moment. And I saw something the other day,
Yeah.
and it was like it was a lady, she was aging, she went from a little girl all the way up to an adult, all the way up to an older lady. And it's like her life went past her and she didn't
Mm-hmm.
appreciate those moments, each moment that she had in her life, from her being a
Mm.
child to a young adult to being grown, having kids, being a grandparent. All that time, she looked at the worst part of that situation, everything that was going wrong at that time. So she couldn't truly appreciate the moment because
Mm.
she was worrying about this going wrong, or this ain't right, or I ain't tall enough, I ain't got enough. And that's us. We get to the point where when we in the moment, are we doing good? But Lord, I want another job. I want some more money. I want to be taller. I want to be slimmer.
Yeah.
You know, I wish I had a best. You know, we look to all the things that we don't have instead of cherishing the moment at that time. And we kill some of our joy because we looking past being where we at right now to look into what we could have in the future, not knowing that it's something up the road. It's a storm brewing. And so by us not appreciating what we have right now, when we get to that storm, we're going to feel worse because we didn't appreciate when it was going good. Now that it's going bad, all that is stacked on top of each other. So now we got double. So I say to the people out there, if you can just appreciate that moment that you're in right now, so when things do start to go bad, when things start to come up, when those trials and those tribulations come along, you'll appreciate what you had and the people that you had in that moment. So when those things do come, they'll hurt you. It's different things that you'll be sad or whatever, but it won't affect you as much because you appreciate the moment it was at. You know. So I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna let you get in here. I'm rambling a little bit, man. Just a little excited.
I know. I'm letting you go. Look, you see, I'm letting you go. I'm listening. Look, I'm taking it in.
Oh,
cause look, hey, it didn't happen to me. It didn't happen to me, bro. It didn't happen to me, bro.
Talk to him, man.
And like I like what you said. Everything you talk about is something that you've experienced. You know what I'm saying? So it's more relatable because you've actually experienced it. So, man, I don't know. It's so many situations I can go to, but like you say, with jobs, even with relationships. Well, I go with relationships. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the beginning, you got the they call it the honeymoon stage after you get married. Everything is good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all lovey-dovey, and you don't want to hurt her feelings. She don't want to hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to step on each other's toes. But as the relationship keeps going, y'all get more time in it. It changed, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I had that happen to me. I got comfortable, and I felt like, oh well, you know, we in it now. You know, we here now. You know, so and then it ended up losing that thing. So I was like, man, I ain't really think it was going. I knew it was a possibility. Like we know it's a possibility, but we don't really be like, oh, I'm gonna lose it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, you comfortable. And you thinking, oh well, she ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? She ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We'll fight, we'll argue or whatever, and we'll make up. You know what I'm saying? It'll be all right. That wasn't the case, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just in that situation, it made me realize like I appreciated it, but I don't think I appreciated to the point where I could have. Like I could have been more appreciative. So yeah, man. So that was one of them times that I dealt with it.
And I appreciate you sharing that story because I think that one thing that we do take for granted is that person in the relationship, they're gonna always be there. Like because we don't feel like once we get them, we don't have to do nothing else. We feel like okay, or we get, like you said, we get so comfortable that we don't feel like we have to change or we have to do anything different. But one thing I learned about relationships is that people evolve. And once people start evolving, they'll want something different than what they did when they first got in a relationship. So I'm heading, well, I'm 40 now. But when I got married, I was in my 20s. And I'm not the same person I was in my 20s, in my 40s, because I didn't evolve. And so some of the wants and needs that I want now, I might not necessarily want it when I was in my 20s. And so that'll be adjustment even for my wife. For the stuff that she liked and the things that she wanted to do when she was in her 20s might not be the same. So it's constantly an evolving thing for both of us. and making an adjustment in order for that thing to work. And I think one thing, when you don't want to make the adjustments, when you don't want to
Absolutely.
evolve or change something about you in order to help the relationship, it'll end up going sideways, and we'll end up losing something because we didn't appreciate or didn't value the situation that we was in. And so now that we might not be in that situation, now we can look for, and share his stories about something that we can do different within going into this relationship, within going into this marriage, and going within this business deal, especially to the young men out there. It's just, it's gonna be adjustment, and it's gonna be something you're gonna have to do differently within your life, with you evolving, especially when you got a mate with you. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that,
yeah, definitely, man.
Right. And so let me ask you this then. You said people that, we're gonna go back to what we was talking about, was like people not appreciate where they're at, what they doing, because they haven't lost enough. Like, what you already shared some with us, but what was one of those losses in your life that made you really reevaluate everything?
Man, besides that one, I'll say recently, man, and this is family wise, I lost my grandmother recently. Not too long after, you lost your folks. And you know how I had her for so long. I lost the one on my mother's side. So I lost the one on my father's side. That was the first loss I experienced as a child, my grandmother on my father's side. So I knew her, but I didn't get that time with her to really know her. Right. But this one was my heart. You know what I'm saying? This one was, anytime I get in trouble, I'm going to grandma's house. If I can't, I got suspended for school. Mama got to go to work. I'm going to grandma's house. So this one was like, she was my heart, man. She was the one that I call a grandma, Mama over here tripping. You know what I'm saying? Mama over here tripping. So losing her, man. And you always know, that one day we all gonna leave this place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you in it with that person, and she's been around she was like 80 something, 88 when she passed, right? You just never really think like, dang, I'm gonna lose grandma one day. You know what I'm saying? So it came down to it, man. She was in the hospital, and it was her heart. Her heart was failing her. So they put a stent. In, and everybody was thinking like, okay, they put the stent in. We're gonna see how this work.
Yeah,
man. Not even 2-3 hours after the surgery, and they called back like, she gone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that for me, bruh, I think that was the toughest loss to date that I suffered. You know what I'm saying? The one that really made me look at people and things different. And not only that, the way my family kind of handled it, when somebody passed, how people come and they taking stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they took some stuff out the house, and I'm looking like, man, grandma ain't even in the ground goods yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, that kind of hit me different too, Stan, just seeing how when you pass, how people really act, bro. I looked at that, and I had never looked at that before.
Yep.
So that was one, man. That was one of the ones you'd be like, ooh, yeah. They give you like a reality check. You know what I'm saying?
It does, man. And man, I think this too is like, man, when you lose people, it's a tough situation. I have suffered tremendous loss over the last couple of years. You know, in 20, I lost
Yeah.
I lost my pops, and I lost Stanley Nash Sr. and Wanda K. Nash within 2 weeks of each other. So my dad and my stepmom, and then here recently, not even a month ago, you know, I lost my brother here in 23. And those three people to me was significant because when you have somebody that you can talk to, somebody that's not going to judge you regardless of what you tell them or what they know about you, that's those people are irreplaceable. You can't replace people like that, because some people they're going to judge you regardless of what you take to them.
Absolutely.
And with losing them, it changed my mindset and it changed the way that I looked at things. For one, I value my family, you know, more than ever now. You know, my wife, my kids, my sisters, my nieces and nephews. I value everybody. Not like I did, I'm not saying that I didn't before, but with losing people, it takes on, you have a totally different outlook on how you look at life. And the way my appreciation level for them is totally different now because of that. One thing I tell people is like, whoever you have, the people you have around you, if it's somebody that you really appreciate, somebody that's really doing stuff for you, somebody that's really loving you, somebody that doesn't judge you regardless of what you do, you should cherish that person and make sure that they know it before they leave. Because once they leave, that's not going to be an easy void to fill, or it might be a void that never get filled, you know. And me, when you say that you haven't lost,
man. Absolutely. Yeah.
And when you saying, man, you haven't lost enough, I'm gonna say this. It's a lot of people, because you haven't lost anything, you don't know how to appreciate nothing because you haven't lost nothing. And a lot of y'all got y'all parents, you got your mom, you got your dad, you got everything around you that's going right, and you got a nasty attitude. You just selfish, you're not appreciative, and you don't care about nobody else but yourself. Right. I say, you know, when you young like that in your 20s, that's cool. But as you get older, to act like that, it's crazy. And I say this to you.
Yeah.
If you're not being appreciative if you're not being appreciative right now, just wait. Wait till that storm comes. Wait till that storm comes, because no amount of money, no job that you have, no business that you run, regardless of any of those things, once those losses and situations start coming, it ain't gonna be nothing like, you know, having a relationship with God in order to work through that. And you being so self-centered, you might lose the whole lesson that he's trying to teach you because you're so self-centered and you want to just do things the way you want to do things, you know. But man, I'll say this, and I'm gonna pass it on to you. I'm gonna say this. Losing someone is tough, you know. Losing things is tough, but after you lose and after all that, what you gonna do after that? You know, like what you gonna do after that? Because you take that across the chin, what you gonna do after that? Some people went crazy. Some people out there wandering the streets, just like they just gave up. But one thing that I admire about my homeboy is that keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Keep pushing no matter what. And before I get out of here, I want you to talk about this. You ain't got to get, you know, into any personal details, but just about, man, just the perseverance and keep going, bro.
Oh man, bro, how far you get? How deep you want me? How deep you want me to get?
Listen, man, just scrape the surface, man. Just give him a love. Let's give him a little bit, because you inspire me so much. Just give him a little bit,
man. So you notice, a couple years ago last year, Right? We're gonna go there.
Yeah.
I done
Okay.
lost homes, bro. I'd have been homeless. I done slept in
Mhm.
my car, bro. You know what I'm saying? I done had to call you and my other homeboy, my brother Keith. I'm sure he don't mind me saying this because we brothers. Y'all was helping me out, bro. Y'all was sending me money for hotel rooms for the week, bro. Oh, it got ugly, bro. You know what I'm saying? It got ugly. And you know, KB. Y'all was helping me, bro. And I was having issues with family. And it wasn't nothing deep, nothing that couldn't be solved, but it was issues at the time.
Right.
So if it wasn't for y'all, man, bro, if it wasn't for y'all, bro, I'd have been out here bad. I would have really been out here bad, bro. So if you want to talk, I done lost it. And what all this loss has taught me, I done lost homes, several jobs. We ain't gonna talk about the jobs.
Right.
Cars. I done had multiple. Like you say, man, I ain't gonna sit up here and act like I ain't had the thought of just saying forget it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not even gonna sit up here and act like I done had the thought of just saying, you know what, man, it ain't even worth it no more. But then I call you, man. You probably don't know this. I ain't never told you this. I call you, bro. And you always Mr. Positive. You know what I'm saying? You always Mr. Positive. You gonna put me back in the right mind frame, bro.
Right.
Because it ain't nothing that you can't name that I haven't lost. And you know what all that taught me, Stan?
What's that?
All that loss taught me, bro. You know how people say the only thing guaranteed in life is death and taxes? I'm gonna add one more to that.
Go for it.
You got death, you got taxes, and you got unpredictability, bro. Life is so unpredictable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time you might think, oh, I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a roll. You know what I'm saying? Money coming in, I'm good. Man, something happened from nowhere, bro. Someone come out of nowhere and just hit you unexpectedly.
Yeah.
Like I told you, bro, the way you handled your parents' loss, man, I ain't never seen somebody handle a loss so good, bro. The way you handled that loss, man. So that's all I want to say, man. Is life is predictable too, man. It's gonna be times where everything is rolling smooth, and then you know what I'm saying, out of nowhere, some unpredictable happen, and it's gonna test you.
Yep.
It's gonna test you. And I just learned, man, we're going through so much and losing so much. I'll just say I'm not afraid to lose things like anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jobs
Yeah.
and cars
Yeah.
and material things. It took the fear away from me. You know what I'm saying? It took that fear away. So long as I don't lose the good people that I got in my life, bro, I'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? I'll be okay.
That's good. That's good. Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's why I had to get you back out here, man. For real.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's why I had to get you back on here because, man, I think a lot of people have a tough time, like especially us as men. We have a tough time confront and talk about the situation that we go through. You know, a lot of stuff that's eating us up inside. You know, and I'm blessed to have friends around me that I can call you and you know you can talk me off a ledge and this and that. And, you know, we encourage each other. And you know, a lot of men don't have that somebody that they can call or get any encouragement or nothing like that. And so man, I say this, you know, within you know, we signing out, is that if you are suffering loss right now, if you are that person that you haven't lost a whole lot, you are in a blessed situation if you haven't lost a lot of things. And don't get me wrong, it don't mean that you are I'm better than you because I done lost things and this and that. No, if you have all those things right now, you are truly blessed. Just be appreciative of the spot that you in right now.
Oh yeah.
That's why I tell anybody, in any situation that you in, be there with content. Just appreciate the spot that you in right now.
Yeah.
A lot of us get caught up on looking to the future. A lot of us look in the past, looking behind us. You need to appreciate right now, the moments that you in right now, the things that you are accumulating right now. Just appreciate that, because in a moment's notice, it could be different. It could be different. And I promise you, I know about seconds. You know,
it could change, bro. Seconds. Yeah, it could change.
Within seconds, not days, not minutes. It could change within seconds. You know, a lot of people get a phone call, you know, you into it with people and this and that. Next thing you know, they calling you talking about they gone. You ain't had time to say I'm sorry. You ain't had time to say, you know what, that was my bad, or you ain't had time to patch things up. Patch it up today. Patch it up right now. Pause the podcast and go and patch it up with them.
Yeah.
Go and give them a call. Go and give them a text. You know.
Right.
Am I saying it's easy? No.
Yeah.
And me personally, I'm gonna say no, it ain't easy. Folks did you wrong. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's tough. But you know, it's something that we got to do in order to move forward. And is most of the time it's not for them, it's for you. Because you might not never get the apology you want.
There you go.
You know, you might never get someone coming to you and saying I did you wrong. You might not never get those things, you know. But you got to be okay with it, and you got to move on.
Right.
Am I saying you got to deal with them like that? No, you ain't got to deal with them like that, but just time to drop it and move on. So, listen, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, you know, to another episode. And listen, if y'all want to holler at us, man, listen, I gotta get old stuff, but RMT Real Man Talk Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Oh, you want to get your socials out there?
Oh yeah. It's just on Instagram and TikTok. It's just OD the Poet. OD_DA_poet. POET. That's it.
Yes. So y'all holler at my boy, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in on another episode of RMT, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.